Very good morning, students. I am Asim Kumar Mandal as a teacher, Santipani Higher Secondary School, Rajoda. Class 12 Physics Unit number 1 Electrostatic, Chapter number 1 Electric Charge and Electric Field. Today's topic is Proof Coulomb's inverse square law of electrostatic by use of the Gauss theorem. Okay, students, you know that in the previous videos we getting the some topics related to Coulomb's inverse square law, axial position, coaxial position, intensity of electric field, torque, work done, and so on. Today's topic is Coulomb's inverse square law of electrostatics by use of Gauss theorem. That means we have to drive Coulomb's inverse square law by use of Gauss theorem, isn't it? We have to find out Coulomb's inverse square law of electrostatic by use of Gauss theorem. Students, just focus on the diagram of this demanding question. Now we taking O is any point. Let me consider O is any point which consists any positive charge plus Q, isn't it? Let me consider O is any point which consists any positive charge plus Q. Due to any charge develop any electric field just like that. Electric field will be equal of vector E. I repeat my sentence. O is a center of electric field. Let me consider O is any point which consists any positive charge plus Q. Due to O or due to positive charge plus Q developed any electric field vector E. Let me consider a total surface of Gaussian surface. Let me consider a spherical surface are known as Gaussian surface. What is the mean of the Gaussian surface? A surface which follow the all rules and principle of the Gauss theorem are known as the Gaussian surface, isn't it? Now again, O is any point which consists any positive charge plus Q. Due to any positive charge plus Q developed electric field will be equal of vector E. Let me consider total surface of spherical surface. Total surface will be equal of capital S. These fields are known as Gaussian surface. Let me consider capital P is any observation point. I repeat my sentence. Let me consider capital P is any observation point where we have to prove Coulomb's law by use of the Gauss theorem. Again, P is any point which consists any test charge Q0. Students, total surface will be equal of capital S. So part of surface will be equal of ds, which known as small elementary surface. I hope you isn't it. Now the direction of normal to the surface. The direction of normal to the surface in the direction of the intensity of electric field. How many directions are there? 3 types of directions are available. First one, when the direction of E and the direction of ds both are same, that means theta will be equal of 0. How many cases are there? I repeat, how many cases between the E and ds? In the case of the direction, there are the 3 types of the directions are available, vector E and vector ds. When the vector E and vector ds both are in same direction, theta will be equal of 0. But in the case when vector E and vector ds both are opposite to each other, when the direction of E and the direction of ds both are opposite to each other, here theta will be equal of 180 degree. I hope student you are getting the sentence. properly type number 1, when the direction of E and the direction of ds both are same, theta will be equal of 0. But in the case when the direction of E and the direction of ds both are opposite to each other, theta will be equal of 180. Finally, we getting the third point, when the direction of E and the direction of ds both are mutually perpendicular to each other, theta will be equal of 90 degree. There are three types of the conditions are available to making the angle between the E and ds. Now again, according to my diagram, the direction of E and the direction of ds both are same, so here theta will be equal of 0 degree. ठीक है, explanation of diagram, the required explanation of diagram is here. I repeat, consider a charge plus q. Consider a charge plus q which has been placed at a position point O in a space. We first find out electric field due to charge q at a distance r at a point P. That means we have to find out the value, the value of intensity of electric field on point P due to O. Then the electric field due to a charge q will be spread rapidly outward, and hence the Gaussian surface, that means the direction of E and the direction of ds both are same. Here, according to the situation of the directions between the E and ds, theta will be equal of 0 degree. Students, second part of the derivation. Again I repeat, prove Coulomb's inverse square law. What is the mean of the Coulomb's inverse square law? That means a simple statement, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 I told, but that is a correct word, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. First charge, then second charge, whole by r square. That is the statements of the Coulomb's inverse square law. I hope you are getting the proper meaning of statement of the Coulomb's inverse square law by use of the Gauss theorem. What is the mean of the Gauss theorem? Gauss theorem, that means 1 upon epsilon naught into charge. Now, derivation, that means a mathematical expression. By definition of the electric flux, what is the mean of the electric flux? d phi E will be equal of surface integration E into ds. Okay, d phi E equal to integration. When I told particular integrating both side, then integration, but d phi E. So by the definition of the electric flux, we getting d phi E equal to E into ds. Equation in the form of the vector. Now convert into the form of the scalar. d phi E will be equal of E ds dot. What is the mean of the dot product? That means defined by the cos theta. The direction between the E and ds represented by cos theta in the case of the scalar. Now, what is the angle between the E and ds? According to the diagram, the direction of E and the direction of ds, the direction of E and ds both are same. So required angle theta will be equal of 0 degree. Now student, put in the place of theta will be equal of 0 degree. d phi E will be equal of E ds, not a dot product, that is a multiplication operation, E ds cos 0. Now standard value of cos 0 will be equal of 1, such that d phi E will be equal of E ds multiplied by 1. d phi E will be equal E ds, taking equation number first. Now student, there is the electric flux. Now we getting total electric flux. flux. What is the meaning of the total? Simple meaning of total in physics, taking integration in both sides such that integration d phi e equal to integration ds. Integration ds. Which type of integration we apply? Linear integration, surface integration or volume integration? According to the diagram we have surface integration. Integration dx will be equivalent of x, integration dy will be equal of y, integration dz will be equal of z, such that integration d phi will be equal of phi. E as a common factor, surface integration ds. Student, what is the mean of surface integration ds? According to the mathematics, integration dx equal to x, integration dy equal to y. That means integration ds will be equal of s. S, that means a total surface of Gaussian field, which known as spherical shell, and the total surface of sphere will be equal of 4 pi r square, such that phi e will be equal e dot 4 pi r square, equation number 2. But what is the demand of question? Use Gauss theorem. So by using statement of Gauss theorem, Gaussian theorem or Gauss theorem, both are equal. What is the meaning of the Gauss theorem? Will be equal of charge upon में epsilon naught, equation number 3rd. By comparison, equation number 2. By equation 2 and 3. Students, ठीक है. Now according to the equation number 2nd and 3rd, LHS are same, so we taking RHS are same. E dot 4 pi r square equal to q epsilon 0. E will be equivalent 4 pi r square as a multiple factor. Now we taking in the case denominator 4 pi r square dot epsilon naught. Finally we getting E in the form 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, equation number 4. Finally we getting intensity of electric field, but in the case of the Coulomb's inverse square law, we have to find out amount of force, that means the attraction or repulsion force. So student, just focus on the last videos. Torque due to uniform electric field. In the diagram of torque, we getting two types of force. F equal to QE. What is the proper definition of the force? Force equal to charge into intensity of electric field. So by definition of force on point P, F equal to, on the point P, where is the charge? Charge is Q0, so Q0 E. Now putting the value of E by using equation number 4, we getting F equal to Q0 E. E will be equal of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. Simply F will be equal of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q0 by R square. That is the final statement of Gauss theorem. Student, in the Coulomb's inverse square law of electrostatic, by use of the Gauss theorem, we firstly we have to find out intensity of electric field. Then we getting a simple expression by the use of the theorem of the torque, F equal to Q0 E. Putting the value of E then we final statement F will be equal of 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q Q0 upon में R square. Thank you so much.